Right guys, after struggling with that barrow up that hill, welcome to episode 87. I'm on a 48-hour session and I've come back down to the island's carp fishery in Mere near Warminster. I haven't been here for a while, so I thought it was about time I got back here again. I'm in peg 12. As you've already seen, I wasn't sure what the weather was doing. I've already ran on ahead and put my bivvy up just in case it started raining. But it don't look like it's going to rain, so better safe than sorry. Like I say, I only just pulled up with a barrow, so not fishing yet. So I'm going to crack on, get all my gear off the barrow, get fishing. And yeah, but till later, let's go fishing. Hi guys, I've only just got fishing. Literally cast on 3 rods out about 5 minutes ago, and right hand rod has gone already. Pretty little common, 2-3 pounds I guess, I reckon. I ain't gonna weigh fish like this. It's a start. I guess they can only get bigger. Let's get it back. Right then guys, so I'm a bit more sorted now. I wasn't fully sorted when I had that little common before. I still had bags and God knows what all over the place, but I'm fully sorted now. When I got fishing, I just chucked out some pre-tied PVA bags that I already had done just to get fishing quickly. I will be retying some hook lengths and using bait, different bait later on that I want to use, but I'll be going more into that later on. But first things first, I'll show you the spots I'm going to be fishing this session. So middle rod, there's that. Well, you can probably see in the just above centre of shot there's 3 little trees that stick out higher than the rest. I'm aiming for that centre tree for my middle rod, about, I don't know, a foot, 2 foot just off of them reeds. And then round to the left I've got the cut through round to swim 1. My left hand rod is aiming, if you, there's a spit there that divides my swim between peg 1. I'm aiming to sort of that side of the cut through rather than sort of open water. And then over there is the cut through to swim 11, and I'm aiming for sort of just the point off the island. If I've got to do any recasts, these trees on the horizon will be my night marker. That's it. Just waiting for a proper sized fish now to give me a screamer. That little common was a bit of a pain in the backside because he wiped out the middle rod when he was coming in, so I had to recast 2 rods after that little common. But anyway, I'm going to go and get my bivvy now and tie some hook lengths that I want to use for this session. I'll get back to you on that in a second. Right then guys, so I just mentioned I'm going to tie some new hook links for this session. When I was in Hinders the other day, the day I went in to buy a few bits and pieces, they had just taken delivery of the new quarter hooks called the Crank. Quite a strange, unusual pattern, so I'm going to tie some hook lengths with them in a little while. And they also had the new dark matter braided hook link delivered the day I went in there, so I'm going to type some hook links with that. And I do like my new products when they come out, so I'm going to be giving them a go. My mate Wayne has just turned up. Say hello, Wayne.
Have a Wayne.
Right, I'm going to see what this little scallywag wants and then get on and tie these rigs. Alright guys, I've just been told by Wayne, who is now a bailiff here, that my bait is on its way soon. As here at the islands they've got their own bait, which is it's a CC Moore bait. They get CC Moore to roll it, but it's basically the live system but with their own twist. They've had it tweaked to their own specifications here for at the islands. So Wayne's just dropped me off one of the little quarter glug pots because when I went in Indus they was out of stock, so he got one for me from Tobber Manor, which is just down the road. Got some of the live system glug. Gonna put some of that in the pot, and then as soon as my bait turns up I'm gonna get some in there and glugging away. Oh, live system does smell nice. Like I say, so even though it's live system with a twist that they do here, just glugging it in the live system dip, or will do when it gets here. Let's go wait for it to turn up then, and then when it does I'm going to recast all my rods on there on the island zone bait. Hopefully it can snare me a good one. Alright guys, bait's just arrived. Only ordered a kilo, but as I've said, it's a twist on the live system. It is a CC Moore bait, but it looks very much like the live system. The guy who just dropped it off to me said they called it the Maple 8. Oh yeah, that smells nice. That's yeah, and you break it open, looks very much like the live system. Well, I'd say exactly the same really, but once you smell it, you can smell the live system. But as I just said, they called it the Maple 8, and yeah, you can really smell the sweetness to it on top of the live system. Right, so what my plan is, as I've already showed you, got my little quarter glug pot. I've already put some of that live system dip in it. So I'm going to get a few of these boilies, and what I'm going to do, pair of scissors, I'm just going to trim them down a little bit. Not much, just going to go around sort of one circumference of the boilie and sort of basically sort of turn it more into a dumbbell. Well, it's still round at the ends, but more sort of dumbbell shaped. And my plan is to do a load of them. Get me my pot. Let's put the lid back. So, and then just glug them up with a bit of the sort of skin taken off the boilie. That should soak up the glug very nice. So I'm going to do a few of them, get them glugging, give the baits a bit of an extra boost, and that's going to be basically my tactic for this whole session really. Right, let's crack on with that, because I'm still in the middle of tying those up lamps. There you go. So it's only taken about 5 minutes. what's that in there, about just over a dozen hook baits so far, I suppose. Oh, that's spilling me glug. Let's get the lid on there. Give it a shake. These little infuser pots are really good because it glugs the baits without over glugging them. And there we go. Nice hook baits, all glugged, all trimmed down to nice little barrel shapes that I want for this session. Smells lovely. Right, need to crack on and get their hook lengths finished tying up with those new crank hooks, and then get the rods recast on the rigs and bait that want to be fishing. And guys, slowly getting there with me tactics for this session. Tied up all them hook lengths that I wanted to tie with those crank hooks and new braid. So that's what it looks like once it's tied. Looks a quite aggressive hooking pattern, really. So I've not put any sinkers on these hook lengths like I normally do, because like I say, with it being the new dark matter one, it is meant to be a heavy hook link, so I've not put sinkers on them. And then once the bait is on there, that's what it looks like. As I showed you before, I trimmed down some of them boilies to make dumbbell shapes, and I'm tipping them off with a bit of orange fake corn. I've had a tip that orange is working on here at the moment. So that's the rig. Like I said, the hook links are 4 inches long once I've tied them. Inline lead, extended stems like I do all the time now for the PVA bag rigs. I'm making up little half bait stringers as well. Just chopping up 3 boilies, so I've got 6 halves. And then what I'm doing, never done this before, just thought I'd try something different. Once I've done my PVA bag, I'm tying the little stringer onto there. The PVA bag, I'm not going to chuck loads and loads of bait out. That's the only baiting tactics I'm going to do. PVA bag with a little 6 bait stringer on there, half bait stringer. And that's going to be my tactics for this session. So looking good. All them baits that I glugged up earlier on are looking lovely now in that glug. Got loads of little halves that I've chopped up, ready to make some more half bait stringers. Right, I'm going to crack on because I'm about halfway through what I want to do. See you in a bit. Right then, first fish on the new tactics. Not a lump that I was hoping for, but one of the tench of the venue. I don't think they put many tench in here when they stocked this place, but I've managed to pick one up. Nice condition fish, and I can tell you that the new crank hooks absolutely nailed it. Curled right in, wasn't gonna come out at all. Just wish it was a carp. Evening guys, just a quick update. After that last tench that I showed you, I've had a couple of small carp, what I'd call sausage rolls. They're so small, they're even smaller than pasties, so I call them sausage rolls. But, those new rigs that I tied with them new hooks, although the fish were small, they've been absolutely nailed. There's just something about that pattern of the hook. It looks a weird shaped hook, but it absolutely kills into the bottom lip of the fish's mouth and they're nailed, they're not coming off, that's for sure. So it definitely seems a good hook pattern. The real test to be if I get a big one. There's little keep nets down here in every swim, and if you catch anything under 2.5 pounds, there's a little sign down here, it just says you got to plop him in the keep net, and then a bailiff will come round and stick him in the stock pond. So that's what I've done. 2 little ones have gone in the keep net, but when the bailiff comes round I'll let him know there's a couple of fish in there. But yeah, it'd be nice to get a big one. So that's 3 little carp in a tench so far. Hopefully something bigger can come in tonight. Just waiting for one of these to scream off then, but too much to ask for it to happen on cue, I suppose. Right, I'll leave it there. Unless any big fish come in tonight, I'll see you in the morning. Good night. Right, good morning guys. No action in the night unfortunately. Right, it's about 9 o'clock in the morning now. I've just recast all 3 of my rods. I'm within about 10 minutes of the recast. My left hand rod, that's sort of dividing me and swim 1, went off with this cracking little common. I know, probably 4 pound tops. Just big enough to escape the keep net where they go for the stock pond. Absolutely cracking little common. See me hook hold in its bottom lip. Just going to treat it with a bit of propolis. Put my finger there. That's it, just treat it hook hold. Absolutely lovely jubbly. Yeah, make him all nice and sweet, ready for the next person that catches him. There we go. One more look before he goes back. Cracking little fish. That's a shame they're not at least 10 pounds bigger. Right, let's get it back. Here we go then guys, another fish. I'd just done a recast on all 3 rods just to liven up the baited spots, and within minutes right hand rod went. Only another small one, but look at the shape of his shoulders. He's definitely got potential to be a big fish one day. So we'll call him Little Shoulders. Definitely going to be a big fish one day with that shape. It's a shame he's not a big fish now. Let's get him back. Right then guys, I know you wouldn't think it by looking at how light it is behind me. It's 9:30 at night. I just literally recast all 3 rods for me night bait about half hour ago, and my left rod went screaming off with this little pasty. Thought a lot bigger than he actually is, but he was a right little scallywag, because while winding him in he wiped out my other 2 rods. So I've got to redo all 3 rods thanks to this little blighter, but it's a fish, so anyway, let's get him back. Good morning guys. Last night was a bit of a frustrating night. I had 2 fish in the night, but I didn't even get the camera out for them because they were so small. They've gone in the old keep net in the side that the fishery provides for when you get any of the small ones, so that they can be moved up to the stock ponds. So for them small ones, I didn't even bother getting the camera out. I'm just preparing me rigs now for what's left of today's session, where I showed you the other day I got the house bait. I ordered it in the 16mm size. Maybe that's why I've only been catching the little fish. Maybe I should have ordered the 80mm that they do here as well. And maybe that's why I've only been picking up the smaller fish. So this morning I'm stepping up my boilie size to 18mm as well. Hopefully I can get on the bigger fish then. Unfortunately I didn't order any of the 18mm of the house boilie that they do here. So I've I don't know if you can see that, one of my old favourite Indus baits, the flaming squids. I've got them in 18mm with me, so that's what I'm going to put on. Tipping the baits with some yellow corn as well, whereas up to now I've been tipping me baits with the orange. I know, just trying to change everything I can really to get away from the small fish. That's 2 hook lengths done. Just got to put them in PVA bags now, but I'm going to crack on with this, and then hopefully a change of sizing bait, a change of tip colour, I can maybe find the bigger fish, hopefully. Right then guys, so just gone the middle of the day and absolutely nothing has happened so far today. So I've got about 4 or 5 hours fishing left, and I'm going to change tactics on one of my rods just for the last few hours. The rod that's probably seen the least action has been the right hand rod. So on that rod I'm going to try putting a zig out for a that swivel go. Yeah, on that rod I'm going to try putting a zig out. I don't know if it will work or not, but what I've been doing at the moment so far, hasn't really been working to much success, so it's a nice warm day. There's been some fish showing on top, not a lot, but some. So it's got to be worth it for the last few hours. The other two rods are still out on the bottom baits. So I've got a zig here, zig hook length. Well, that's about 1, 2, 2.5, maybe just under 3 foot long. So it's got to be worth a go. Been packing down some of my gear. You can see I've sat on my bed chair. Got to try something. I need a lead. I've got a lead handy. No, I need to go into my tackle box. Right, while I go and find our lead, hopefully I'll get back to this thing with some success. And guys, quick update time. As you can see, I'm down to just 2 rods now. Not long after I put that rod out on the zig rig, I wound in both my other rods, put one away, and put the other rod out on the zig as well now. That is on a 4.5 foot zig. That was still on the sort of 2.5 foot, just under 3 foot zig. And I just had a take on that one as well. Just standing back there, checking my phone, and went racing off. When I lifted into it, it come off straight away. Felt the fish. As soon as I bent into it, it bumped the hook. So I've got about 2 hours of fishing left. Like I said, gone all out on zig rigs now to try and get a fish. Nearly had one, but proving a bit of a tough session this one to try and get anything decent on the bank. I know there has been decent fish coming out while I've been here. There's been people around the lake catching decent fish. Just not to me, unfortunately. So down to my last 2 hours of zigging. So I nearly had one, but it bumped off. Oh well, keep trying. Hopefully the last 2 hours might prove successful. And guys, as you see, I'm down to just the rods on the ground. Everything else is packed away. Come to the end of my session. Unfortunately it didn't get any better as much as I tried. I'm standing on just a little bit of hill there behind me, watching all the fish patrolling up and down the island in front of me. Every time I see a fish, I was winding the zig, casting the zig to it, basically putting the zigs right in front of their faces and still not getting a take. So that's it. I'll finish this bit to camera, then it's time to go home. It's been a tough session, especially when you know there's been bigger fish around the fishery coming out and we've been getting the little ones. A bit frustrating, but that's the way it goes sometimes. Right, time to head home, have a shower, proper dinner, sleep in a comfy bed. So, not sure when I'm going to be doing my next vlog, but till then, tight lines.